All right, so we back with another podcast, and we
Man,
gonna start it out talking like this, man. There are certain co-workers that you can hang out with, and then there are certain co-workers that you cannot hang out with.
yeah, you gotta make sure you see them do a crime at work or or a crime outside of work for you. Be like, all right, I trust them to tell them some, either some stuff outside of work or at work to, you know, kick it with, or just kick it with, like you said, drinking, smoking, whatever y'all do. Some people you can't hang. As like people at work, that's people I rock with, my people.
hmm
That's then they never like I call from maybe friends or some friends, and there's work
hmm
associates. So you gotta know who the associates
Yeah,
and who you think you actually can rock with
yeah.
at the job. So
There are work friends, and then there are co-workers. You have to know the difference between the two. Oh, it cut off on me, but that's fine. We'll get back into that in a little bit. Let me get. All right, there we go. Boom.
you
There
back?
are there are work friends and there are coworkers. Know the difference between the two, because if you don't, you will find yourself in situations that you don't want to be in. All right. Me and this man right here, too tall, have coworkers, but we have mutual work friends. And for me, one of them really ain't a work friend. Like he's like a buddy of mine outside of work. So I disregard all that. We just don't hang out that often, kick it or whatever. Because we all grown, man. We got lives and everything. But
Sir.
you got to know who these people are, man, if you plan on kicking it with them and hanging out with them, man, because you just can't be up in everybody's face and have everybody around you, man. You know what I'm saying? Like he said, you got to do a crime with them to know that you can trust them.
For real, I was like, I see you do some wild stuff or like
Yeah.
some outlandish, not when if your boss is in front of you type stuff. You're like, all right, I know what they cook.
Or it has to be that one instance or two instances where you all go out and you have a real good time.
Oh
And
yeah,
then you are able to be yourself or do something that you normally do that you wouldn't do at work. I've hung around certain coworkers as well as he, and we've seen them do certain things and we've seen them have fun on a certain level where we go, all right, I can hang out with them. Like I know I'm okay. Like
yeah.
this isn't going to impact my daily work because this is happening. Everything's going to be fine because they're not going to be tripping and they're not going to say anything bogus about the way I do things or whatever it is because they know I get the job done. But at the same time, when we out, they know that I'm good people. Like I'm not an asshole. I'm not a dickhead that no one really relates to. And I don't want to get into our stories because some of the stuff that we want to talk about and say to y'all, like just to keep people safe, keep people like cool, man, and not have people on their business, man. We just gonna leave it alone. But let's just say we work with about 4 or 5 people, right? That are on the same type of time that we on. So whether it's smoking or drinking or going to a bar and grabbing some wings or some burgers and everything like that, they always down for that. And I appreciate them people, man, and they know who they are. So salute to them. Maybe it's more than 4 or 5, maybe it's a little bit more than that, but those group of people know who they are, and I'm proud to say that they good people. I can also say that this group of people has never ever gotten me in trouble. When you think about it, this group of people that we're talking about has never ever gotten me in trouble.
Yeah.
This group of people that I've normally seen have defended me as well.
Yeah.
Not that they needed to, but they did defend me.
That's even better when they, go out their way or just, do it just off GP, really.
And I respect that. I respect that because they don't have to, man, but they did it out the goodness of their heart and they wanted to make sure that I was okay. And that everything worked out for the better good of myself and for them as well. And part of it is because, man, they don't want to hire nobody else to do that shit. You know what I'm saying? And not just that, but that also speaks to how fucking good of a job that, certain people actually do out here. So if you got good people like that, not just coworkers, but if you got work friends, people that you can step outside, like That's how me and this dude got cool. You know, like we was co-workers. Asked him about a job opportunity if he would be interested in it. I think another co-worker or friend talked to him about it, and he jumped into it. Yeah, I do it, and I always check on him, say, "Hey, you should try to do this, you should try to do this," and that, blah blah blah. And then we all started hanging out, and that's how we got cool. And he smoked squares. I don't smoke squares at all. We went and hung out at a couple different bars. We tried out, had some really good laughs, was talking some shit. And everything was good. We talked sports. We talked about finance. I talked about him, bettering his life, doing certain things and everything. Yo, you should do this. You should do this. You should check on this. All right, well, I ain't know that about that. All right, well, check on this one and do this or whatever it is. And yo, you should do this or maintain this. And hey, you might want to go up. Don't just stay here, but make sure you go up or go forward from this point. So, um, did all that stuff, man. And certain people are cool, man. Salute to Rocio and Jeannie and Nardo and Miguel, and everybody else that was part of that crew. Queen DB, you know what I'm saying? Queen DB. She kicked it with us, she did the festival with us one time, a couple
Yeah,
festivals. No, she did it one, the other one she ain't make it to until late,
yeah, she
right?
came late. Yeah,
Yeah, she was on some sucker shit for that, I don't know what she was tripping for that one, but ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the podcast. This is Full Profits Podcast, also Sports Punch.
I'm gonna get a name. I got. I'm getting the name, guys. I'm gonna get that name figured out. I want to be crucial. I want to be. I ain't. Yeah, when last time I used the word crucial? I ain't used crucial in a minute.
Last
I,
month, I think I used Crucial last month, bro.
for real?
Hmm.
Might start bringing that back for real. For real. I remember around that year, like 97, 8. Miles used the crucial, like it was running out of style. But
It had a decent run, then it came back. I think the South started using it for a while, and then it came back around, and it been lingering and sizzling and bubbling, but I don't think it's been like a mainstay. But that was one of those things that we use. Them shoes are crucial, shorty crucial, that tattoo is crucial, things like that.
well, shit, it was good to see you out here still keeping it alive. I ain't know it, motherfuckers.
Yeah, I should have a few times, you know what I mean? Fam, crucial with that jump shot. That jump shot crucial, man. Clutch. He crucial in the clutch, shit like that. So
Shout out to Crucial Conflict too. While we talking about Crucial,
there it is. Mention them
smoking on
boys,
that
man. Mention them
head.
boys, them CVLs and them TVLs out there on the west side of Chicago, man. Mention them guys, man. Crucial conflict, handle your function. Yes, sir. Keith, what we talking about today on the pod, man?
What we talking about today is the disrespect that people been having lately for Dwayne Wade, and
Mm.
motherfuckers got amnesia. They didn't forgot how cold he was in the beginning of his career and throughout his career. But you want to touch on that?
Help me out, remind me, because I think I got dementia, Nick.
And then we're gonna talk about I think the top five best game winning shots in the NBA playoff or regular season, like top five.
Mm.
Well, I say top five that I remember throughout my life that I remember like okay that was a great shot or there's more back in the day, who the Havlicek steals it, Larry Bird lay it up and all that stuff. But what I've last past 20 to 30 years, and then run down of the last few games of the week that was pretty good this in the NBA. But
Let these people know where you was, man, in your absence.
also this morning though pissed me off. Motherfucker Drew Dahlman, the center of the Chicago Bears,
Mm.
just out of nowhere decided to retire. That mo-
What?
yeah, we just signed him last year from the Atlanta Falcons to a 3-year deal, and after 1 year with us, getting us to the playoffs to the NFC divisional round, this
Wow.
mom retired at 27 years old. He's still young. I guess
Maybe
he
he
was like,
tired of the game, bro.
I guess so.
It's a heavy game. It's a heavy toll that you playing that game, man. It's
I
a
mean,
heavy toll on the body.
at what point did you realize that? Like through the end of the season, beginning of the season, before last year, like you could
Maybe after
decide.
you got that bread and realize, yo, I don't want to do this again, man.
I guess so. And then like one of the security guards at the job, Brian, he was telling me like when I actually went up to told him, he didn't even know what happened. He was like, "Oh, for real?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Man, I wonder if that's him." He was saying it was just one player on the Bears that would just wait till the last minute to get out of his car to go to practice and like go to games and stuff. Like he was just sitting there, and he think it was a big dude. He said it was a big dude with dark hair, and that's one of the linemen on the team.
Mm.
So if it's him, that's a lot to let me know. Like, okay, yeah, then he was probably dreading that all last year. Even though we had success, he had started all 17 games. He didn't allow a sack, I believe, at all. So he was a great pickup, more better than I thought he was gonna be. Actually,
Bro, we don't know what happened. We don't know if it was mental issues or physical health
never I was like,
issues. We don't
it,
know.
that's true. That's why I was like, after in the heat of the moment, I was mad. I was pissed. I was like, oh man, fuck him. Like, but I'm sure it got to be like you said, it got to be something mental, illness or something, something with his kids or family, or he just like you said, never had the heart. Maybe he maybe didn't just he didn't. He was like, all right, I'm done. Like I'm cool now. I got my little bread. I could do something else with this in tech or investing and all that. So understandable. But what's the point of signing a 3 year deal? Most of that will probably get voided anyway. But it's like, and we, get some of the money off the books because of that, which we needed. But now we're looking for a starting center and left tackle
Damn.
because our
Damn.
the one we had last year got hurt in the playoffs, and the injury he has is one of the worst after the Achilles, like actually worse than the Achilles, and he's gonna be out most of the year. So I'm like, man, just when we thought we were gonna get somebody like Max Crosby or somebody. Now we gotta look for something else, and it might change our whole game plan for drafting and
That's
stuff.
what I was saying. I was like, man, maybe we can get Crosby or whoever else is out there in the free agency. Miles Garrett, maybe one of those guys might jump free, and add them to the defensive side of the ball. But now you telling me this? Dude said, man, I'm out.
I'm like, man,
I'm
come
out.
on, we could have signed you for a 1 year deal if that was the case. Like, but
I'm
hey,
quite
man,
sure the Bears didn't know. Or maybe they did know. Maybe somebody did know about his mental health. Maybe they did know that. Maybe they just didn't want to say anything about it.
true. I mean, maybe they were like, see what you could do. You're still young. Give us a year or two. See how you feel after that second
Maybe
year.
they was looking at this man like, look at this big mouth. You know what I'm saying? Maybe this is the right choice. Maybe he gonna work out for us. You know?
I mean, he did a great job last year. He was one of the best centers
Damn.
in the league last year. So it looked like it was
Look at
a
this big mouth.
great,
Maybe he
great
gonna work
pickup.
out. This might be a good pick. Yeah, this might be
It's
a
just
good
like
pickup.
right when like we finally started to get something good or like going, we always like take 5 steps forward and 6 steps back. Right? It's literally like we just can't have nice things. Like just finally get a line after years of not having a line, and then this happens. So I mean, I hope he's straight as a human being person. Yeah, I hope he's straight. But as a football fan, Bear fan, man, this is
You
some
fucked us, man. You
bullshit.
fucked us.
With no Vaseline, motherfucking rhinoed out, honey pack, right? Man, just straight, just
Bareback. Right on up in there, bro. Bareback.
got up. Yeah,
From
Pound
knuckle to
Town,
from knuckles
Pound Town. Shout out to Sexy Red.
from knuckle to elbow, bro.
Ugh,
From knuckle to elbow.
that third leg in us. Damn, that's crazy.
Man. Vince
But
Carter, he did the Vince Carter in that motherfucker. Drop that joint on up in there. Dang, dang.
yeah, man.
So okay, since you're the football guy, what do the Bears need to do right now? Then, of course, they need to get a center in the O line, another O lineman, left tackle or something like that. But who's out there that's
No,
decent enough to
actually,
hold hold those spots down?
so that's what makes it think that like I think the Bears did kind of know like either after the season ended that he like maybe thinking about retiring or like he came to them like hey like I don't know if I want to keep doing this because they already had looking for other centers in the league. This one dude Tyler I can't say his last name but he played for the Commanders this past year. He was their starting center, and they
Okay.
already I believe brought him in for a meeting at least or like a talk to see if he want to come here and there's this other guy, Lornstrom. His last name, I think, Lordstrom. He is supposed to be expected to be the highest paid center this off season. So I'm sure that's out of the Bears' range that they want to sign a center for anybody right now besides like a defensive end or linebacker that's
What was the
impact.
first guy you said? What team did he play for?
The Commanders.
Okay, I'm gonna try to look it up. You can keep on talking. I just wanted
Yeah, so like it looked like they had backups in case for like at least free agency wise. I don't know if you're gonna find a legit. I mean, you can find a legit center or a guard that's that can play a center out of college, but like, do you really want to go through the rookie pains with that, or unless he's like a top notch like O lineman? So yeah, we're gonna be probably looking for through free agency. Hopefully, nothing too expensive because we still trying to get Max Crosby. Please bring on Max Crosby. But man, that was a
Damn
tough
it,
loss today.
man.
Tough
Damn
loss.
it, man. Yeah, that's big, man. Dalman's cap hit for 2026 was 14 million, although 9.5 million of his base salary was guaranteed last year. His retirement can void that guarantee. The Bears would be accountable for only the remaining 4 million in prorated signing bonuses in 2026 and 2027. And they could also choose to recoup part of that bonus as $2 million of the signing bonus has not been paid out yet. Wow. That's just a little bit of the article that was put up by who is it? So I can cite my source.
Courtney Cronin.
Yes, Courtney Cronin. All
Gotcha.
right. Diamond is in his pro career after 5 seasons. His first
Yes.
four were with the Atlanta Falcons. Wow.
So he only played 5 seasons.
That's it.
Like 27. Like get at least give it like to 30. Like I can see you should
Nah,
do.
man.
But
Nah. He felt the need to like hang it up. We don't know. We don't know if it was CTE. We don't know if
true.
like playing football was really in his heart like that. Maybe he just found the situation where, all right, this is enough money for me to get up out the game. I'm done. I'm out. Like I can take care of my family, you know. So I always would go back to this. Remember what we said about guys like Larry Hughes and certain players like that who don't continue to play out the rest of their career. They get to 10, 11, 12 years and they look up and they go, all right, my brother and my mother are okay, right? Larry Hughes, his brother, right, was I forgot what sickness he had, what ailment he was dealing with. But once he made enough money, he got out the way. Like he slid out of there. No one really even noticed. He went from Philly to who was it? Golden State to the Washington Wizards, and he got out of there, bro. He had made so much. He had made so much money that he was like, "This is enough money to set myself and my family up for the rest of our lives. I don't need nothing else." And he got out the way. So we don't know in this situation, playing a even more physical impacting sport, what was really wrong with a guy like that. Dowman, whatever it is, man. I hope all is well. I hope there is no real conflict with you, man. Nothing really going on with your body physically or mentally. I hope health wise you are okay and you just decide that this just wasn't enough for you to do it or continue to do it. And I hope you just stepping away from the game for a good reason. But I hope it's not gambling or some other craziness like that, you know, where you got to slide out the way because you been out here doing a little bit too much or you've been taking too many bumps on the nose or something like that. All right, what's next, bro?
All
What's on
right.
the docket? Because I think I might have cut you off and missed some of the stuff that you was
No,
gonna
no,
say.
you're good. That was a good one. All right. Most of us got amnesia, man. Like I've been keeping it cool, to a point where I ain't want to defend this man like that. He one of the greats. But I saw a post the other day. They was like, asking like who was better, Dwayne Wade or James Harden. And this dude answered like, Dwayne Wade was some scrub. He was like, like Harden, of course. I'm like, huh?
Wait, who
Like
is Dwayne Wade?
Dwayne, Dwayne Wade from a different world. It's
Oh,
a
it's
different world with the glasses
it's
and
a different world from where you come from.
from. And
Here's a chance to
yeah, I don't
make
know.
it. Oh, when we focus on our goals, the condition we can take. Yeah, I'll just remember what you've been told. It's a different world. It's a different world.
Yeah,
It's a different world. I think that was Aretha Franklin singing that.
that sound like that. I never really thought about who was singing that, but
From
that
where you
sounds like
come from.
yeah. I can see that.
I think that might be the Queen of
I,
Soul and R&B. Yeah, I think that might have been her. Yeah. So I know about James Harden. I don't know much about Dwayne Wade. So do me a favor then. Fill us in on who Dwayne Wade is for those who don't motherfucking know.
Motherfucking Dwayne Wade, uh, Chicago legend. Even though he's from Robbins, we still claim him. Outside the
Really,
Chicago
he's from
area.
Robert, Illinois. Okay, all right, cool.
But played in Illinois. If you're Illinois, Illinoisan, or what we would call ourselves. Actually, would it be
Illinoisan.
Illinois? All right, I want to find a funny way of saying that, but I can't find it. But yeah, man,
Mhm.
went to from Robbins, but ended up going to Marquette College. Low key, he wasn't like a superstar guy in college, but like he had great work ethic. A baller or a slasher. Strong. He actually made Marquette a pretty solid, good team. Those 2 3 years he was there.
Hmm. His last 2 years, he seemed to really be putting it together and became a force at Marquette from what I was told. I'm not sure because I don't know who
Yeah.
he is. So,
Like, yeah. It took like a little minute for him to really figure it out really in the college, but that last couple of years, that last year for sure, obviously he did well enough. He balled out to where he became what the number four pick, five pick.
yep, he was a number 4 pick in the draft. I think I'm not sure because I don't know that much about Dwayne Wade.
It was LeBron, Darko, Melo. It sounded like Dwayne Wade would be right after that, but the Miami Heat picked him up. Uh, I mean his rookie season,
He was either number 3 or number 4 because the Bulls wanted him at that pick and they had to pick Kirk Heinrich or something like that.
yeah, Kirk was like either 5 or 7. I remember because
He
I was
was
like
like
we could.
7 or something like that.
I was cool
Because they
getting
kept
Kirk.
saying Dwayne Wade. All of a sudden, it's coming back to me. I don't have that much of dementia as I thought. I remember him when it kind of happened, and he was doing like the camp or whatever it was, the mini camps or whatever it was for the league. And they said when
Mhm.
he was practicing everything, they said they didn't know what he was as a 6'3", 6'4" guard. They said they didn't know if he was going to be a number 1 or a number 2. Was he going to be a combo guard? What
Right.
was he going to actually do on
Yeah.
the court?
He
And
wasn't the best shooter, so like
he wasn't that
when
good of a shooter. He couldn't knock down a three, but he was just really good at slashing to the cup. That was his strength, and that's probably where he would fall. They say he would be more like a Latrell Sprewell or like a poor man's Latrell Sprewell or something like that. And they were trying to trash his name. And I said two things: either it's true or they downplaying a homie to make sure that what I mean people stay away from him. And then I was like, well, the other look, if you ain't looking at him, you're gonna have to look at Kirk Heinrich or somebody like that, or Chris Bosh, which would have been a great pick as well. But he went further up in the draft. But keep on going, man. I don't want to interrupt you because I got dementia. I'm still trying to piece it together.
no, yeah, so he took the with Marquette to like the national tournament. I think they would win a couple rounds in until they lost. But took at the time Marquette wasn't the one of the best teams, but they wasn't like absolutely trash either though. So he's like right in the middle. He took them a little bit over and above. So he gets drafted to Miami Heat. I mean, his rookie year, this is where you kind of say like they know if he's a 2 or 1. He was basically a point guard for the Miami Heat that year. Like he was the point guard. I believe he was playing with. I could be wrong. I don't know if Karan Butler was there yet. I think he
Karan
just got
Butler,
there.
he was there with
But like
Karan.
he was playing with a few players.
I think Lo was there too. I
And
think Lo
Elo
was there.
just got there, which is crazy because like he ended
Mm-hmm.
up just getting shipped right back out like a year later to
Mm-hmm.
LA.
Mm-hmm.
So right for Shaquille O'Neal a couple
For
years
Shaq,
later.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
because that was his first year in the league when he went to the playoffs. He gave Baron Davis a notorious step back, which I had already been doing here in Chicago with a bunch of other guys. He gave him a notorious snatchback move that we do here, and he hit that shot. I was like, oh, he on his way now because they just saw that move. The only other person that did that move that I know of, as far as the league goes,
Hmm.
the only other person I know who was doing that move was Paul Pierce.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. True. Little snatch back, step back, little. But that's the
But
thing. Like that was his.
95, 96, 97, we were in Chicago doing that. Like I was notorious for doing that to people.
He was Dwayne Wade before Dwayne Wade, y'all. What you doing?
No, I was just decent. I was
He
okay.
was
I
Matt
wasn't.
Pap out here.
No, yes.
Or brother, what they call you on the
Yeah.
court?
They was calling me Matt.
Okay, cool, cool.
Yep.
Now
They was
that would have
calling
been a
me Matt.
cold name on the court. Oh, oh, like,
Yeah,
especially you got some
yeah,
type of
yeah,
offense,
yeah.
brother. Oh,
I was
baller.
decent.
Oh,
I was
Hooper,
decent. I
Hooper.
was
Oh,
nothing. I was nothing to be like, oh man, we got to get him, nothing like that. But I played a decent little ball,
yeah.
you know. Um,
So, like you said, with the little cross up, little snatchback on Baron Davis, who was one of my
hmm
favorite point guards at that time against
Gave
the
his ass
Charlotte
the bing
Hornets.
bings.
That was in the playoffs. So this
Yes,
is
it was.
meaning that Dwayne Wade, just like Carmelo Anthony, Both rookies took their teams to the playoffs. Unlike LeBron James, but no, Dwayne Wade averaged 16 points, 5 rebounds, 4.5 assists as a rookie. Took his team to the playoffs in the East. And not only that, took his team to the playoffs and won the first round against the Hornets. That shot he hit on Baron Davis after the snatchback was a
Hmm.
game winning shot, little floater or whatever.
Hmm.
And that's what I remember after that shot. I was like, "Oh, like who is this young man? Like he just balled." Like they like mothers really want to know who Dwayne Wade was after that.
Hmm.
So after that, after a great first season, a game winner to send his team to the second round against more of a veteran team. He come back his next season. Go from 16 points a game to 24 points a game, 5.6 rebounds, no, five rebounds, 6 assists per game, and every year he just got better and better. His third year, 27.2 points per game, 5 rebounds, 6 assists. Fourth year, he had 27.4. Fifth year had a little decline, 24 points per game, but he only played like 51 games that year and that fourth year because of injuries.
I think it was that knee at that time, right? The knee or that shoulder or something like that. He had a bad knee, and then he had that bad knee
And
coming out of college too. So
yeah, and so that I remember that with the injuries, there was doubt. They was like, can he get back to the old Dwayne Wade? Can he be
yeah,
like, be the efficient? Like there was kind of like people like, all right, it's Melo and LeBron right now, and there was doubt going into that summer. But what people keep forgetting about, and this is another reason why I brought it up, because people was asking, I think they had Deron Williams on a couple podcasts. He was on the To the Baja podcast with Ray Felton and Charlie Villanueva,
okay,
and he was on another podcast. I believe he was with Out the Mud with Tony Allen and them.
okay,
So they was asking which USA team was better, the 2018 or the 2012 team. And a lot of people were saying the 2012 team was better than the 2018. 2018 was the redeemed team, with LeBron, Kobe, Dwayne, Melo. I believe Dwight Howard was on that team, if I'm not mistaken. Fewer players like Carlos Boozer and stuff. The 2012 had like KD, LeBron, Melo. I think Wade was not on that team, and then
mm,
Kobe was on that one as well. Chris Paul, couple more younger guys like I think Antonio Davis on Anthony Davis. I could no, but anyway, Darren Willis was like that 2012 team was better than 2008, which you can argue that, like especially like with the firepower, you got KD come off the bench. Understandable. But you also 2018 you had kind of Melo come off the bench or starting here and there, but he was firing it up on offense. But
mm-hmm,
people forget that 2008 Olympic Dwayne Wade when he came back after all those injuries, where they was questioning him if he was going to be ever be good again, or like if as cold as he was, he came back bald headed. I don't know if people remember that he always had like a little cut, shortcut, fade or something, or taper. He came back straight bald on some Michael Jordan shit. But I remember when he was playing that Olympics and while we won that with Kobe and them, Dwayne Wade was coming off the bench as a six man, D'ing motherfuckers up. Like he was playing good two-way basketball, D'ing people up, but also the way he was getting to the hole, crossing moms up, slashing, alley oops, dunks, like going to the hole hard, scoring on the moms. I was like, this Dwayne Wade. I ain't seen this Dwayne Wade in a minute, or I didn't
yeah.
expect this coming off those injuries.
And it made me wonder if he had that same, if him and Kobe had talked about that. Did he go and have the same surgery that Kobe did, where he got the new, the gel put into the knee so that
Hmm
the joint would slide? And I had always wondered that, and I didn't question it. I just wondered like, yo, because all those players, all those top level players, they all talk about certain things like that. And that
Yeah.
was a treatment that they told Kobe not to do, and he went over to like Germany or something. And he had it done. So he might have referred that to Kobe might have referred that to Dwayne Wade, and they, from what I understand, listening to Dwayne Wade talk, he said when I'm getting, he said Kobe called him one time and he said he was watching the game. He said, "Yo, when I'm getting D'd up and I'm getting double team like that, how do you split the double team like that?" And he
hmm
said, "It's he said the trick to it or the way to do it is a certain way to get low to the ball or to the ground and do it." He said he always admired that move or whatever. And he said once he showed that to Kobe, Kobe started doing them. He said, "Oh, I forgot. I just made the dude more dangerous than he already was. So now he knows how to split the double team and get through and everything like that." But um, Dwayne Wade was a force on the basketball court at any point in time in his career until he was older. You know, his body was start he started to just get old,
Yeah,
and his time was winding down. But if you want to talk about two guards, I only got three all time. So
and he in the three, right? Like
that's it. It goes Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Dwayne Wade. I have nobody else in there until you can let me know who else is there. Do you have anyone else that belongs in there?
to add on, I mean, he was point guard side. I still call him a shooting guard. Allen Iverson can be up there, but you could put him at point guard or two. But I put him at two. James Harden for what he did, in the league with Houston and the way he kind of changed the game a little bit, and the way he scored at all time pace. He is up there, but it's just when it comes to me when you say two guards like stuff like
Two
no what
guard, two guard.
he's scoring, he is scoring, he can score this, he up there. I mean, you got Reggie Miller, depending on who if you really want to ask, I mean, who else? Eddie Jones called me, but I don't know if he
I
was like
love Eddie Jones. Eddie Jones is one of my favorite guards of all time. But I'm not putting him over Dwayne Wade.
no, 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 definitely not.
I'm not putting Reggie Miller over Dwayne Wade.
Nah, he was cold though, but nah. I mean, Clyde Drexler,
I'm
unless
not
you
putting Clyde Drexler over Dwayne Wade. Clyde Drexler got
consider
two
him three.
two rings.
True, true. So my thing, Dwayne Wade played both ways. And, he was he was
Facts.
he was averaging. Like, matter of fact, I'll get to that later. But he was averaging, at least like one or two, like 1.5, two steals a game. It was one year. I think it's this actually I'm about to talk about it. So usually, how like when people go on the Olympic team, that following season they have probably one of their best seasons, careers of their career. Dwayne Wade, he came back after that '08 Olympic team, averaging 30 points a game, 5 rebounds, 7.5 assists, and get this 2.2 steals per game. That's a lot of steals per game to
It
be
is. It
throughout
is.
the season. So came back averaging 30, 7 and 5, and two steals per game, and had one of his best individual seasons as Miami as a player for the Miami Heat. But this man is a three-time champion. He won his championship with first one with Shaq and Antoine Walker and them. But he put up one of the best that I've seen with my own two eyes. One of the best finals runs ever, as far as like as a player watching him take over and will his teams to wins. 'Cause game one and two, people like I don't know if you remember Dallas. It was Dallas Mavericks versus Miami Heat. Dallas won the first two games, so they down 0-2. He scored 28 points in the first game and 23 in the second game. So 25.5 the first two games averaging. This man went on the tear. Those next, like literally game three, four, five, and six. He put up 42 points in Miami, game three. Game four, he put up 36 points, willed them to the win. Game five, which at the time it was 2-3-2, home and away formatting. So Miami had three straight games actually from games three, four, and five. No, actually, no, yeah, three, four, and five. Yep, three, four, and five at home. In game five, that man put up 43 points. And then in game six, the championship game, he put up 36 points. So from games three, four, and five, that man averaged 39 points per game. And I don't know if you remember watching that series. It seemed like every shot he tried, he once he decided this is my team and like I got will us to win this game, win this championship. He took over like whatever he wanted to do, he did it. Step back, mid range, go to the hole, dunking on people, crossing them up, whatever he wanted, slashing through. Oh my God, he would just hit everything. I feel like so. He put up one of the best finals runs ever as far as like leading his team to the win and taking over. So people forget about Dwayne Wade, man. He one of the best shooting guards, and he's probably most likely top three of all time, right behind Kobe and Jordan.
All
So
right, that's all I'm gonna say. Where do you rank him? Because when you look at James Harden and his body of work, James Harden and him have similar stats. All
that's
right.
what I'm saying. Like James Harden is up there, the
James
top
Harden
five.
is. All right. Now I'm just gonna say this about James Harden. All right. And it's no knock on nobody else. Where is it? Where is it? Where's your points per game, sir? 3 pointers, blah blah blah, points per game. And I'm gonna start when he got to the Rockets. All right. So after his fourth year, well, after his third year, he signed with the Rockets.
Mhm.
From 2012 on to, let's say, 2012. Let's do Brooklyn. No, 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 no. Let's do one, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Let's do 8 seasons, right? From 2012 to 2021. This is what he averaged. James Harden averages in points 25.9, which is 26 points a game, 25, 27, 29, 29, 30, 36, 34, and 24.8 points a game, which is really 25 points a game. Now, last season, as we know, he was unhappy with the way that team was going. He was ready to get the hell up out of there. If you want to talk about his steals for those seasons, he averaged 1.8, 1.6, 1.9, 1.7, 1.5, 1.8, 2, 1.8, and 0.9, which is one assist a game. I mean, steals a game. Let's talk about assists. 5.8, 6, 7, 7, 11, 8, 7, 7, and then 10. And that's not including the other seasons where he went 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, and 10. All right, just the ones while he was with the Rockets. So James Harden is an elite basketball player. And you can stack him up there with all the greats, including one Dwayne Wade. All right. With all the seasons Dwayne Wade had with the Miami Heat, we can start after his second. Well, I'm not going to even name it because if you look at the stats, James Harden bodies him stat wise. All right. We can start at the beginning of his career, 2003, and we can go all the way down before he got traded to the Bulls and we go to 2016. 16, 24, 27, 27, 24, 30, 26, 25, 22, 21, 19, 21, 19. Steals 1.4, 1.6, 1.9, 2.1, 1.7, 2.2, 1.8, 1.5, 1.7, 1.9, 1.5, 1.2, 1.1. All right. So statistically, James is just as efficient or just as better as he is. And if we start talking about 3 pointers, we already know James Harden is going to win that category. So
Yeah.
offensively, we know that James Harden is probably one, two, three, four, or five in the offensive category when it comes to better players. But if we were to start a franchise right now, and the two top guys in the draft right now are James Harden and Dwayne Wade, who you picking?
Knowing everything, how they showed up in playoffs and how some didn't, I'll pick Dwayne Wade because he's a two-way player. He can, he wasn't the efficient scoring as James Harden. He can score. You just listed off. He after his rookie season, which was his rookie season, they took a team to the playoffs as a point guard, and then when he switched over to being a shooting guard,
Mm.
24, 27, 27, 24, 30, 26 or 25, 24 around that time.
All
So,
right. All right. Take that out your mind. Let's wipe the slate totally clean. You don't know nothing about each one of them except for their college, their body of work coming out of college. Who you taking?
oh, Dwayne Wade then, because I knew more of Dwayne Wade than I knew of James. Like,
Okay.
so
So based on their body of work, you taking Dwayne Wade.
yeah, and just like
And then if
how I
we wipe
saw,
the slate clean, you still taking Dwayne Wade.
yeah, he impacted the game to me more, like on the both ends of the court.
Okay. Just asking. I'm just asking. I'm not, and it's not a difficult question for a guy for
No,
certain types of guys. And for people who will say I'm taking James Harden, God bless you for taking the offensive guy, but I'm taking a guy I know that if I give him the ball and I say we need to get to the second round by any means necessary, make that happen. You know,
Go ahead, do that, Rook. Rook. Go
do
ahead,
that,
knock that up.
Rook.
Like he was always the leader on his team. He was always the guy on his team. I mean, James when he came in Houston, he was the guy. He changed his whole game. He became an MVP like player. But like, there's a reason why Kobe said the way he plays doesn't win. Doesn't, you gotta change the way you play to win. Like so, and that's Kobe saying that because Kobe was just like James. As James, Kobe was just like Jordan and all that. And it took until Jordan had to get a real team around him to like, all right, I can still take my shots, but like, I ain't.
Dwayne Wade was a mixture of Kobe Bryant, Ray Allen, and Allen Iverson to me. I don't know how you feel about that, but that's what I saw when I watched him play basketball. That's what I saw. I don't know what you saw, but when I saw Dwayne Wade play basketball, I saw Kobe Bryant, Ray Allen, and Allen Iverson. The guy who was willing to crash out on the court to get a bucket. The guy who could come down and hit you with a couple decent moves and get you a bucket. The guy who could have uh, that killer mentality and go out there and get you 30 points that fast. Those are the guys that I saw in Dwayne Wade. You know,
Yeah, like
when I looked at James Harden, I would go. I don't know if I ever seen anybody like that. I would see some Ray Allen in his game, but I also saw a guy who I had never seen before. You know, a pure shooter, right? Right, or just a beautiful shot. You know, but then you just see this guy who could just hit shots that nobody, no, I had never seen anybody else hit, and that was James Harden. But the only thing that was missing was could that dude not only score but do enough to make his team good enough, great enough to get to the next level. And although we've seen James Harden play point guard, although we've seen him do that, we've seen James Harden average 10 assists, 11 assists, 12 assists. It just don't seem like we don't know if it's him not doing enough or if it's just the people that he got around him that's not doing enough either. So salute to James Harden. I think James Harden is a dope player. I think when they say it's all said and done,
so
when it's all said and done, he's gonna go down in the history books as one of the greatest offensive players that the game has ever seen. But when you talk about when it listen, I know certain guys don't care about this. When you start talking about winning, they're like they said in the Hall of Fame. Everybody gonna be in the same room together, right? Everybody gonna be in the same room. But when those other players go into that other room with the cigars and you ain't allowed in there, that's reserved for guys like Dwayne Wade and Kobe Bryant and Michael Jordan and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. Like those guys can only get into that room. Magic Johnson, Steph Curry. Like when they go into them other rooms and they go kick it and they get to make decisions or whatever, they get to talk about something different.
yeah,
He won't be in there. You know what I mean?
true. So yeah, I mean, and I rock with James Harden. He actually just got into the top 10 scoring of all time. Knocked down my boy Melo to 11, so I'm not happy about that. But he was cold. Like he's still hooping today. I think he got his best chance to probably win a championship with the Cavs this year. So we'll see if he learned anything from his past. Cause now he on the other tip, like when CP3 was on the Rockets and went to the East West Conference Finals and almost beat the Warriors.
Mm-hmm.
CP3 was the old head. Now he the old head,
Mm-hmm.
and now you see how the kind of you gotta be the second fiddle to somebody else that's younger than you, that can got as much firepower as you. So,
My
or
only thing is, and salute to James Harden, because I don't blame you for what you did, right? You leaving that team to secure your legacy as far as money goes. These teams don't have no these teams are this is a business. These are billionaires who make business decisions based on if you can effectively um, make them more money. So for him to go get more money on a different team, I don't blame him. I'm not mad at him. ultimately we know that James Harden don't care about no championships. Um, to me, that's just what it seems like. He don't care about championships. He cares about getting that bag and and the other part. It make you know what? Let me say this. I think James Harden, you actually do care about winning championships. I just think you see it differently. I think you see a 2 to 3 window of you being on any team, and if you can't find it within that reasonable amount of time, or if you don't see down the line that they're going to change the culture of this into something where you can stay there and be effective and win, you leaving, which is not a bad idea when you think about it. Remember those contracts used to be 7 to 8 years for 120 million. Now these guys are shortening it. Now some of them are saying, like, yo, I'll take five or I'll take three. You know, give me a 5 year deal with 3 years, and then I can leave about I can get about the deal after 3 years. You know, I don't see nothing wrong with that. What he's doing is just based on business. He's doing it based on the fact that he know he may not be around long enough. So he's trying to figure out the best solution for him while getting a big bag of money.
Well, he's definitely getting that.
You
He did.
definitely getting a big bag of money. And for James Harden, man, I salute that. You know, like if it's really about getting a big bag of money, chasing a big bag, and if a ring is somewhere near that, especially with these last attempts, this last attempt with the Cavaliers, this may be your best shot at getting one.
Mhm.
This may be your best shot ever. So everybody gonna be watching, brother. My G, everybody gonna be watching. Everybody gonna be tuned in this year for the playoffs, watching and see if you quit on the court again, or if you don't have it, or if you get injured or something like that. Like everybody gonna be watching. But the original thing of it is, offensively, you Kevin Durant, like y'all are machines, man. Can't nobody fill up the scoreboard. Melo, can't nobody do nothing like that. But when we talk about drafting and in that two guard spot, I'm not putting nobody over Kobe. I'm not putting nobody over Mike until further notice. You know what I mean? And when you say Dwayne Wade, what do you put Dwayne Wade? Dwayne Wade got 3 rings, I think, right?
Yep, three.
He got three when he won one with Shaq and then two with LeBron.
Yep.
So I ain't putting nobody over D Wade.
This is Kobe and Jordan.
That's it. It go 1, 2, 3. That's
Yeah.
it. Oh, and I forgot to say that you see Mike and D Wade game too. Sorry about that, MJ. 2-3. Sorry about that, dude. Straight. You see Mike in that man's game as well. So that's it. It go Mike, Kobe, Dwayne Wade. That's it. Unless y'all can find me another guard better, that's it. There is no five. I can't. You gonna have to show it to me. Show me where I'm wrong, because I don't see no five. I only got three. Now, if you start talking about forwards, that might be a different subject. You
Yeah.
know, at the three spot, but at that spot, that two guard spot, for a long time, Mike was by himself.
True. He made it hot. Because, I mean, besides them, like, you don't really see here too many, like, cold shooting guard from before that. Like, there are probably a
Hmm.
few, like, I don't know, Hal Greer or something like that. Like, other people like
Because
that, older
before that,
cat,
remember the game was based on being a big guy. It was based on being on
big,
4 or 5 before
man, and you
Mike.
had a point guard and maybe a wing. But the two and four was, like, iffy at one point. Yeah. Yeah, he definitely made it hot.
Yep, you had to be a number one. You had to be a 1 or a 5 to be out there really wrecking shop. And then Mike came and they said, "Who is this 6'6" guy, 6'5" guy, whatever, coming in trying to
Well,
change the game, jumping from the free throw line, dunking on everybody, at will."
like a
And
black cat.
yeah, the black cat. And he came in, he showed everybody, you can win at this as a 6'6" guard. But that's that changing the guard is going to happen at some point in time. It always does. So glad I was here to witness it and see it, and glad he was a Chicago Bull. Salute to Michael Jordan. Salute to the all the other NBA basketball players. Salute to Dwayne Wade, man. Because now that we saying that, Paul Pierce was talking crazy for a little bit about Dwayne Wade. He's saying he was a better player than Dwayne Wade was. And I'm not mad
Mhm.
at Paul Pierce for saying that you was better than Dwayne Wade, because maybe you were.
On the basketball tip, he got case like far like when it comes down to playing basketball on some hooping, like getting the ball to the hole. Yeah, he up there. Like he definitely up there, mellow way far as like whatever you need to do to get this scoring, and he would lead some. He would lead some teams to some wins and stuff
You want to
too.
talk about a guy that can get you a bucket? Paul Pierce can get you a bucket, bro. Like I don't care what nobody say about dude, but 6'6", 6'7", 6'8", 240. There
Yeah,
was there weren't too many people that could stand in front of Paul Pierce and guard him or stop him on the basketball court. He literally had to be having a bad night. Do you
he
remember that
was.
night that he got the name the Truth
Yeah,
playing the Lakers? Playing yeah, when he was playing the Lakers and he had like 10 points in the first half and they said, "Oh, this is gonna be an easy night. We about to blow them out." And he came back in that last quarter and a half for the game and ended up with 44 points when the game was over. And Shaq was like, yo, you just got to call him the truth, man. Like, he just came out there, he just willed his team back into a win, you
yeah,
know?
true. Yeah, Shaq gave him that nickname.
Yeah, he's like, you just got to call him the truth for that, you know? He's like, yo, we got Kobe out here, we got all these guys out, and could nobody guard him. You know, he basically put that team on his back and got a win out of here.
Yeah, that man, I think he got stabbed in his
Stabbed in the
first,
face.
like he got stabbed a few places in
Yeah, he got
like
stabbed
back,
all over.
side, like
Yep. He was trying to protect
after his
himself.
rookie year, or I think going into
No, it was
his
like after his,
rookie.
I think it was like after his third year, right? Second or third year,
It was
whatever.
early, like yeah, like somebody like at least the
Yeah.
first 2 3 years.
He went home to kick it or whatever, and he came back home and they was out at a bar somewhere, not in the area, but somewhere else. And they said he stepped outside and somebody was talking crazy to him, and then it escalated. He got ready to defend himself, and somebody just started cutting him up.
Crazy. So yeah, Dwayne Wade, you get your flowers to somebody they forgetting right now. They it's all recency, relevancy, how it's going. So yeah, man, you got to remind somebody have to drop the Last Dance too, with Miami style version. Like we got Jordan got 6 rings, I got three. Cut this in
Hey,
half.
you might have to do that just so people can know and figure it out that that man, that man really was that guy out here. Like you might actually have to do that, but I don't think so, man. I think people have a clear understanding that Dwayne Wade was really that guy, man. I think they know it.
Yeah, I can see how they could get mother like one. You like the '06 one was like all right. This people say Shaq, of course, was attached to that, but still, he was the. If you watch that series, he was the one that was getting that going. Shaq helped distract a few players. You know his gravity would help probably helped him get a little open more, but people feel like and then LeBron came, so they're gonna think like okay, LeBron was the top guy. Dwayne Wade was the second fiddle. Dwayne Wade was the one that was like, "Hey man, you be the top guy. I'm gonna be second fiddle. We gonna go from there. It's a hierarchy of this." And even his numbers dipped a little bit. He still averaged like 25 with LeBron. So it's like,
But imagine being that confident in your friend and dropping back off of your ego and off your high horse to say,
exactly. If you was the man, you was the
in
man in
order for
Miami.
you to be a success here in Miami, I, Dwayne Wade, have to step back and let you play the game that you like to play because you're not going to be as successful as you normally are unless you in that number one spot. That's crazy, bro.
Yeah. Well, shout out to D Wade, number three. Um,
Let me
he,
ask you about
he,
that though.
he even
Let me
came to the
ask you
Bulls
about
and gave
that.
us gave us a year.
Hold on, my camera went back out again. Let me ask you about that.
Well,
At the three spot, who would be your top 3 to 5?
at small forward all
Mm-hmm.
time.
Mm-hmm.
Let me think about. I mean, LeBron, of course, numero uno. KD.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of low key want to put Kawhi in it because he won two championships.
Oh.
Took the Toronto Raptors to won the championship with them. He played both sides as well.
Mm.
It's just the amount
Mm.
of games. Like, are you including the amount of games and stuff? But like as far
No,
as like
I'm just talking about
on some
as
hooping tip and like
yep.
who like if I want to start a team and like all right,
Mm-hmm.
if I can lock up my three, but you know what? I'm not gonna put it at three. I'm gonna put him at four. Number three is Larry Bird. That white boy was cold. I don't care
Mm.
what
You got
nobody says. People be trying to forget about Larry Bird. And I'm blacker than ever, but like
Larry
that
Legend.
white boy was cold.
Larry Legend.
He was calling telling you what he finna do to you, and did it, and then call you a nigga right after that. Okay, I'm joking. I don't know about the last part, but But I'm sure at some point he was like, I'm fucking these niggas up.
You know he was. You know he was. You got to know at some
He
point,
from French Lick, Indiana. Like, come
man.
on
You
now.
know at
Like,
some point they let him get off a couple of them, man.
oh yeah.
You know he, man. I'll be out here fucking y'all niggas up, man. Don't even, y'all can't even be mad at me, man. I know I got a pass by now, man. I be out here killing y'all niggas, man. I know y'all ain't out here tripping on me. I just bust y'all ass with my left hand. Remember that you played one game with just his left hand? You told
Yeah,
me, yo, tonight I'm doing all left hand jumpers so I can
bro.
win the 3-point contest with my right.
I think he had like uh, at least 20, 30 points off the
I think
left.
he had 25. It was between 25 and 32 points that game with the
Something like
left
that.
hand.
I'm like, with the left?
All left hand shots. Because he wanted to make sure he saved his hand for the next game, which was tough, or it was supposed to be like the
Some yeah.
All-Star game that was coming up. He wanted to win a 3-point contest, which I think he won the same year as well. That's crazy. I'm out here fucking y'all niggas up, man.
For real, I know he was calling him.
Listen, if I'm in a locker room and a motherfucker that good says that, I just let you
You
laugh.
you gotta stop him. You gotta make him
You
stop
laugh.
him on the court. Like, oh, hey,
Yep.
you ain't finna be calling me, the niggas
Yep.
on the court. Like, you
He
gotta
also
lock him
remember
down.
what he also said. He said, "Yo, to put a white boy on put you put a white boy on me on defense. That's disrespectful.
That's some shit we say. What does it
Like
matter?
this all you got? This is
Oh,
disrespectful, man.
he was definitely the coldest. And then four Kawhi. Five is gonna be my bias and personal favorite
Come on,
point.
say it, cause I'm waiting on it.
Melo. Until, like I said, until James Harden knocked him out of the top 10 to score all time, he was there. So I gotta put my boy Melo. But you can find other options from back in the day, or I mean, of course, like Dominique Wilkins, Julius Irvins, of course. Like
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm not, I ain't that
Okay,
like
so your top five small forwards:
LeBron,
LeBron,
Breezy, KDZ,
Kevin Durant, Larry Bird.
Larry Easy, Kawhi Easy, and Melo. Melo gonna get his name. Melo gonna get the Melo.
Yeah, he gonna get. I was gonna say he gonna call him Mel Easy. Yo, all right. That's not bad. That's not bad. That's not bad. I like that.
I'm pretty sure I'm missing like one or two more people,
It
but
don't even matter. It don't even
that's
matter because if you gonna say I'm going to the court with them five, and I dare y'all stop me,
I'm
I'm
Gucci.
good. I'm good. I'm good. Like I don't expect y'all to do
I'm
much.
Gucci.
All right, let's move on, ladies and gentlemen. This we good. We good. We having a good one.
But all right. This one I want to either you can rank these or pick your favorite one. But these are the top shots that was made in NBA history. Regular season was actually just really just one regular season, but regular season and then playoffs. But I feel like I should omit one, but just so we can get out the way. It happened first anyway.
Hmm.
MJ game winner, Game 6, 1998 finals against the Utah Jazz. Just in case people wasn't watching the game, quick reminders. This was a close. This was a close game all the way through, low scoring game. Like it was like 90 some points to all total this whole game.
That's a high scoring game back then, man. Don't
Back
forget.
then, yeah,
90 points was a high scoring game.
true. One, Scottie Pippen had back issues. He only played 26 minutes, 8 points, three rebounds, 4 assists. He was in and out the game. This is a game that Jordan was relying on Kobe, not Kobe, Scottie. To, all right, we need you to come through. He had back issues. Sky stepped up during the regular games, not regular games, other games in the finals. But this game particularly, he had back issues. He ended up leaving for a little bit, came back out, played with a stiff back. So I will commend him that because in years past, he'll get like some type of illness or migraine, or he'll feel salty that he ain't getting the last shot and just check out on his team. So for him to come back in this and play some defense on a little bit of Karl Malone, a little bit of Byron Russell, and whoever their three was at the time. Um, but also this was like I said, a close game. Actually, it was a tie game at one point. It was 83-83. John Stockton hit a three with 41 seconds left.
Mm.
And you remember how I remember this?
How
So I
you
was
remember
watching.
that?
I was watching the game with my brother.
Oh,
I'm
this when your
8.
brother turned it on?
Yeah, yeah. I was 8. He's 16. This man turned it off after John started hit the three with 41 seconds left. He thought it was like, man, this shit over. Hey, man, this shit over, man. We finna lose, man. I can't believe this. I'm like, and I'm 8 years. I'm like, bro, what are you doing? Like, turn it back on. Like, we might miss him. So this what happened. With Scotty having back issues, Jordan carried this team. And then while we was down three after that 3-pointer from John Stockton, Jordan came down, laid it up for a layup, made it 86-85. They go back down, Jazz going back on offense, right? So why, Scotty, oh no, Dennis was guarding Carmelo. They passed the ball to Carmelo,
Dumped it down into the post.
dumped in the post. Why Jordan's so cold and smart came from the other side, off of his man that he was defending on the other side on the
Hmm.
baseline.
Stressing the defense out.
Doubled Malone, stole the ball, hacked the ball out of his hands, came down, hit a game winner. Well, actually crossed up Byron Russell. People say it's push off. Nah,
Nah, it wasn't no push off.
mother know that was a original Jordan crossover, left to right, right to left, step back, and then the game winner. Like everybody got this picture, or at
Did
least in
they call
Chicago.
timeout before that game? Before they set up that last play? Did they call timeout?
No, it was all in succession. Stop and hit that three. Jordan came down, laid it up real quick with like in 4 seconds. Jazz come down, pass the ball, like I said, pass the ball to Carmelo in the post. Jordan came down smart, just saw, went off his man, went for the double, stole the ball. And you would think, Phil called timeout. He's like, nah, let it rock. Jordan came, ball in his hand, came down, crossed up, right to left, push off to, Jazz fans. Byron Russell, game winner, held that motherfucker for about 10 minutes. Everybody got the picture of him taking that shot like on some type of photo or like frame.
Yeah.
So that was one of the best games as a Chicago kid. Hey, watching that, almost missing that, bro. I would have been sick if I missed that.
When I saw that,
But
I was like, "That's crazy." I looked around the house at everybody. I was like, "Dude, everybody know what he just did?"
right, he had 45 points.
Everybody in the house, no, they were all clapping. They were jumping up, going, "Oh my God, Michael Jordan is the greatest!" I was sitting there looking like, "Dude, they really know what he just did?"
He went out. He went out the
And then you
coldest
got
way.
Marv Albert. Oh my God, this might be the final shot. He holds the post. I was like, there it is right there. But do you
Hold the
know what he
pole.
just did? He just encapsulated that whole moment.
And if you see the picture, you scroll in, you see all the fans of the Utah Jazz faces like they just couldn't believe it, like pissed or like,
And he was like, "This
oh
is
my
yeah."
god,
So,
45.
so and I don't know if this is true, but I'm on Instagram last week, I believe, and I'm scrolling. They said through the course of that series, the owner of the Utah Jazz found out bullet points to speak on Michael Jordan, whether it been about his father or whatever it was, to say negative things to him while he was shooting free throws or while he was coming down the court. And it was a bunch of negative things that they were always saying that you're never gonna win this, or your father's dead, this, that, ha 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 ha. You're not the greatest player of all time. All these things that were said, and they were handing these things out as the people came in and they went through the turnstiles to go to their seats or to get accepted into the game or to enter the game, right?
Yeah.
So they were being given these booklets of all this information that you could get when you got to the game, and they said throughout the course of the game, that final game or throughout the series when they went to Utah, they would be told to say these things while he was at the game.
Man, the way they poisoned my man with the food or whatever.
Yeah, and they said, but for that last game, not just the poison, but
You
they
said
would
like
give
with
you
the
the
way
food.
nefarious things going on, like I wouldn't be surprised that he went that
I
route to do
would I
that.
wouldn't have been surprised if they did that either. That's why I said, you know what? I'm not too surprised that the owner would do something like that.
Yeah.
Because all you did was make a guy who was already a hardened man since he was young and after losing his father and retiring, right? He retired and he came back, right? After you did that to him, for him to come down in game 6 of the NBA Finals on your home court
Go home court.
and hit a game-winning shot and hold the pose and leave y'all nothing else on the clock, encapsulated everything for him. It's like I'm that nigga, man.
And supposedly his last year, like if he would have left it off like that would have been the coldest walk off of all time.
It still
Well, it still
is.
is,
It still
but
is the coldest walk
he
off.
he came back, on some bullshit with the
Oh
Wizards.
my
But
God, Michael Jordan with a tremendous shot, and he holds the pose. Oh my God,
so for some people, they
he
might be
just
too young to
hung
remember.
his nuts right over the Utah Jazz's face. Look at all these
Hey,
goddamn morals.
Marv
Oh
Holliday
my
was on.
God.
He was dick riding people back
Yeah,
then.
yeah, he was. But you know who captured that and made it even more hurtful, twisted the knife in you?
Who?
Kevin Harlan.
Oh, Kevin Harden.
Kevin Harlan. Bang! Bang! Steph
Oh, that's it.
Curry. Yeah,
Oh yeah, that's Mike Breen. Mike
Mike
Breen.
Green, when Mike Green do that shit, man, I go, oh, he be hurting them up. I know when they be hearing, they be want to look over there like, I will throw this ball at you, dude.
Yeah, like that they had he was
Bang, bang,
he would do that.
Steph Curry.
He said he started doing that in college actually, and then he
Mm,
said he didn't think it would catch on like it didn't. I guess so when he got to and that was in the '70s. So
mm.
when he got to the NBA call game like '90s, he started using the bang bang, and low key, but until really Steph Curry was the one that he was the first person to use the double bang bang bang, and that would actually lead into my next shot. NBA of greatest shots of all time. Steph Curry, deep 38-foot three-pointer
Against
against the
OKC.
OKC, and this was a regular season game.
Bro,
But
that hurt so much because I was okay. I don't know if you remember, but I was buying like all the little shoes and everything, orange and blue, because blue and orange are those two of my favorite colors. But that orange colorway of certain things, I had a bunch of that stuff, bro.
really,
A bunch, a bunch back then. And
yeah,
then you got this guy comes down, bro. OKC, I remember this game. OKC was up, and all they had to do was just close the game out correctly, play defense,
yes,
and it would have been a solid game. They would have got the win. And all of a sudden, Steph Curry was just like, I'm just gonna pull from anywhere because I can do it, bro. He came down on a fast. It looked like it was gonna be a fast break, and he came down. Then he stopped and slowed down, and he shot that bitch from the logo, bro. And it went in, and he was bang, bang. And I just looked at the players on OKC. They just looked like like it was just
they
all gone.
sick,
They was sick because I was sick. I was like, oh, that's a
bro.
backbreaker.
I remember where I was at watching the game. I was at one of my guys' crib, and it was like a couple of my guys that was there watching it, and we was watching that game, and this is considered one of the best games of all time because, like you said, OKC was putting belt to ass to the Warriors. They was up 10 and 11 like at halftime and third quarter. But people forget, Steph Curry got hurt that game. He had to leave out for a little bit. He had a little ankles or calf injury because somebody had fell on him a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah,
He left out, and then the Warriors, the OKC, was giving him hell. And Ma came back. When he came back, just started letting it go. Start on fire, just getting them back in the game. They was down 10 or 11 when he came back in.
bro. But pulling up from that logo, keep on going. It's
No,
just,
no, and then so like leading up is like he came in and with him, if you down 10-11, you just need three from him back to back to back. You back in the game by two.
mm-hmm.
But thing is like this game went to overtime too. So that's like the people forget like, OKC had a chance to win it. Steph and them came back to tie it up, win overtime. But then they was tied, I think like 125 to 125. Steph coming down the court. This is like 10 seconds left on the clock too. So you thinking like, all right, you gotta get going. That man was coming down, and you just saw him just like get his feet shuffling a little bit, like he finna get ready to pull up for something. I'm like, I
Yeah,
know he
bro.
ain't finna do what I think he about to
Yeah,
do. This man so effortless, he pulls up 38 feet,
yeah, and just leaned a little bit,
leaned a little bit, let that bitch go, and everybody just looking like, and out here, and literally the way the ball went, it just banged, like literally banged right into the rim, like back into the iron and straight out. I'm like, oh my God, they just came back from this game.
bro, and just took it over.
Took it over. That's the game where Steph Curry became official Chef Curry, Steph Curry. Like, they already won a championship, but like this is the second year when they was like 51-5 versus. That's the thing, like people forget, like this is when they was having that 73-9 season.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They beat the Jordans the Bulls 72-10 record, but they didn't get the ring. That was the year they didn't get the ring. They lost to Cleveland Cavaliers and shit. But people forgot that like these was the two teams that were like up and coming or like in the present
These are
going at
two.
each other.
Yeah, this is gonna be two of the best
OKC,
teams.
Kevin
Yeah,
Durant, Russell Westbrook versus Steph Curry and Klay Thompson and the rest of them. And people was tired of everybody talking
Splash
about the
Brothers. Yeah.
everybody was tired of talking about the Splash Brothers and the Warriors. Like
Mm-hmm.
they had the best record. They just won a championship before. OKC was coming to showing, and it's our time.
Okay, she was supposed to be them dogs in the West, and they were supposed to be the Splash Brothers. You know what I mean? Like, so this was supposed to be something that was supposed to be a rivalry within the Western Conference, but it
For years to come.
didn't work
So
out
then,
that way.
and this is the same year, like after that game, Steph Curry hit that 3-pointer from deep out, one of the best shots I've seen, one of the best games. That's the same year that OKC was up, I believe 3-2 or 3-1
Three one,
against the Warriors,
3-1 in the
and
playoffs, Western
the,
Conference Finals.
and the Warriors came back and won it to go into the next round.
Hurt my heart. Hurt that hurt. That hurt. And I
And
can't say it hurt my heart, but it was disappointing to see them lose like that.
couldn't
And all you
believe it.
needed, yeah, bro.
And that was a team that was coached by who else? Billy Donovan. Donovan. Who coaches? Who do Billy Donovan coach the team now? The
Chicago
Chicago
Bulls.
Bulls. So that let me know, like, man, you choked it with KD and Russ. Yeah, bro. I
Couldn't
don't know
figure out
about.
who was the lead dog.
So yeah, and you know what happened after that? Warriors beat them down after being down 3-1.
Went on to be champions.
OKC, no, they lost that year
No,
to the
they
to the
lost. They
Bulls,
lost. Yeah, yeah.
which
Because
made
KD
KD
went
leave.
out, right? KD
Yes,
went.
he went
KD.
to
Yeah,
Golden State after that, and that started the whole everything with KD, and everybody started hating KD and stuff, and the Warriors because like they became enemy number one after that.
yeah.
So right there, Jordan's game winner on the Brian Russell against the Jazz in '98.
Mhm.
Steph Curry game winner on the OKC whole team on the half court, but buzzer beater down there in the regular season. That was like this was a regular season game.
That was a regular
But,
season.
but we
Wasn't
consider
was that a Christmas game?
no, it was a late February game. Like it was
That was
like
late
after the
February. Okay, I can't
All Star
remember.
game. I just remember being in my guy. We was pregame. We was actually getting ready to go out. We was going to kick it. Drinking, smoking, doing a little hookah. Gonna go
Hmm.
see some pretty ladies. We watching this game, and at one
Ladies
point we
always
was
do their
like,
thing.
we got to talking more. We was like, oh, this game over. Like this a wrap. Bro, we got to watching the rest of that game. I think I
They
low key
they shot their way into the game.
almost missed that shot. So I was looking around. I just caught it looking back. I was like, he pulling up. I'm like, I know he ain't finna do what I think he about to do.
Not from 40.
Dang, dang. And that was the first bang bang double bang by Mike Breen ever. And
Yeah,
mothers
when
want
he
to
did that, I was like, oh, that hurt. I know when you hearing that, you got to go,
you feel that like,
yeah,
that's not
because
even
he
my
going
team.
bang,
Like
bang. It's like getting shot, bro. I'm not going bang, bang. Like, this over for y'all. Like
and
a hammer just hitting the coffin, bro. Like, that's it.
yeah. So and now people asking me like, will he ever do a triple bang? I was like, he's like, it's gonna be hard to beat that double bang by.
Nothing beats that
Uh,
bang, bang, bro.
well, there was one bang bang that I mean he didn't. I don't think he had commentated this game, but there's one bang bang. It could have been a triple bang because it literally was a bang bang. You're dead. You're out. And it was when Dame Lillard hit that deep three against OKC.
Facts.
OKC again. I'm
Facts.
sorry to the fans, but this is the PG Paul George and Russ era. But this is the game where
Podcast P.
but the lead up to this was
PEDP.
this was the series where like Dame and Russ was chirping at each other every game. Russ on Dame ass, Dame getting that back at Russ. But, Dame wasn't a big talker, but Russ was a big woofer talker, like talking shit, calling you out your name, telling you a bum, all that stuff. Like I'm on you,
Yeah,
disrespectful type shit.
I heard one of the guys in the league tell a story. They say it was a game where he was playing so hard, Russ was playing so hard. He's like, he took the ball out and Russ stole the ball from him and scored. He said, Russ, slow down, man. You know, the game over with, man. Why you playing so hard? The game over with. He said, "That's your problem." And said he ran down court and he rolled the ball to him. He said, "That's your problem." And he ran down court. I was like, "Oh yeah." So for
Oh yeah.
him, he live until the final bell go.
Yeah. So, but this is the series. Like the Portland was up 3-1,
Mm-hmm.
and this was a either win or go home game for OKC. But this is a game in Portland,
Mm.
and this is where this show like besides Steph Curry, Steph is probably second behind him as far as range of scoring the 3-pointer. That you would trust anybody to shoot a regular shot that's outside the 3-pointer. But this man, just as crazy as Steph. I want to say pretty much about the same amount of feet, just on the opposite side of the
Opposite
court,
side. That's it.
about 38, 35 feet. That man rocking, left, right, in front of Paul George. Paul George got decent, length on him. Way definitely longer than him, but like
Six
decent
nine,
on
six
him. Like,
ten. Yeah.
but you could tell that PG not thinking he could pull this right here because you would think he would have been up on him a little bit, make him at least go to the hole or go towards the rim. This man is like, you know what? I'm used. I know what I could do. That man waited around to like the last few seconds going down, pulled that bitch. To me, I'm gonna say bang because that literally 3-pointer that deep, literally day and time, everybody going crazy, jumping on him. He's staring at the camera like this, like, okay. I'm like, yeah, niggas, what? What?
Yeah.
Y'all ain't
Like
no
I do
shit.
this. So I heard Paul George tell the story. He said, "I thought I played pretty good defense on him." He said, I had him at a 35 foot shot. Like he said, he was dribbling the ball. I'm like, all right, he getting ready to drive, so let me back up off for him. That way, when he get ready to go for his shot, he gonna be a couple feet closer, and I can close out. I'm taller than him, so I can play pretty good defense. I'll close out, and then I'll be okay. He said that was the idea, and he's dribbling. I'm watching him. He said, "Oh no, he gonna pull it now." And he said when he took that side step and he jumped out on him, he said, "Ain't no way you gonna make that." And he said when he looked up, the motherfucker was like, "Kapoosh."
Man. I mean, after that game, he was like, man, that was a bad shot, which technically it is a bad
It
shot.
is a bad shot. It is a bad shot.
But
If
when you
that's not
got
a shot
Steph
you
or
normally,
Dame,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
a good shot for
that's
them.
it. That's it. That's the only reason why it's a good shot because it's
But
Steph or Dame.
it
Yeah.
did sound like he was hating a little bit, but like it was a bad shot though. It
It
just
is. It naturally is a bad shot for someone to pull from 32 to 35 feet for a game winner. Uh,
it's
Knowing that
like
you're trying to win a series and everything like that and get them out of there because you don't want to get them no momentum going back into another game. But
yeah. And yeah, so then that game, that's what sent the OKC home. Like that was they
hmm
literally that shot got them out of the playoffs, sent them packing. So that was make that shot so cold to me. It was that deep in front of PG on a team that they low key was hating each other, and sent them packing, sent them fishing out the playoffs.
hmm
That's how. That's why one of the top ones are for me. And then another top one, Kyrie shot against the Warriors, Game 7, 2016.
Oh, fire! You got some good ones in there. Yes.
Yeah, so Cavs, they was down 3-1 in the
Mm,
finals.
mm.
Everybody kept saying never been done. Anybody came back from a 3-1 deficient in the finals.
Yes, sir. I remember this.
Respect to them because they was able to do that. They was able to make it a game 7, 3-3. And this is where, the tie was turned. It was a great game also. It was a great, back and
Hell of
forth
a
game.
game. Hell of a game.
This is a game that or win that led to the Kevin Durant leaving OKC to join the Warriors to beat LeBron eventually, but
hmm
this is where it led up to where this is LeBron block on Iguodala, one of the best blocks
Mm.
in ever
Ever.
ever in
Ever.
finals history
I
ever.
watched that game on YouTube, the entire game. Or sometimes I go all the way to the end just to see him running down like that.
Yeah, so that block, which led to them coming back, and then Kyrie doing a little mix up like bing 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 on Steph, right
And
on
then
the
stepping
wing,
over.
on the right wing, stepped over, stepped back, pulled that bitch effortlessly, hit the three with some seconds left, but it was too much. I mean, it was a little bit, the very little time for them. Like they shot a shot, but it was like far. Which with Steph, you could
You can
you could
do
do
it. You
that.
can do it. Yeah, yeah.
But it was a great series, great comeback, the greatest comeback of all time. Actually, one of the best series or playoff finals ever that we've seen, and especially Game Seven being one of the best games we've seen. Jordan didn't never make it no number seven, so he had never had to make a
Yeah.
Game Seven. But I will give LeBron to will his team back from down 3-1 against the Warriors. But Kyrie hit one of the biggest shots of his life.
And they was trying to get the ball to Kyrie.
Yeah, I
They was
mean,
trying to get the ball to Kyrie.
like LeBron is the person that he will set you up, but do I trust him taking the last
Mm.
shot? I do not.
They said they was trying to get the ball to Kyrie, and LeBron was trying. They said and LeBron was trying to. The ball was supposed to go to LeBron, and they said no, get it to Kyrie, and they said I can make that shot. He said I can make any shot on the court, and they said LeBron thought about. It. I was like, yeah, it might be better to pass this ball on over to the kid and let him do his thing.
So Kyrie got his championship, gave Cleveland their first championship of all ever
Yes,
with that
sir.
shot over Steph for the chip.
Yes, sir.
Made the Warriors have to go get kept more reinforcements with Kevin Durant on that bitch. So that shot changed the course of the NBA after that too a little bit.
It did. It did.
So Kyrie shot over the Warriors or Steph in Game Seven for the championship. Dame D3 knocked OKC out the playoffs. Jordan game winner in '98. But this one, it was crazy. But
Which one is it?
Kawhi Leonard shot against the 76ers
Oh, oh,
2019 in that corner,
heartbreaker.
heartbreaker.
Heartbreaker. It bounced. That joint bounced around the rim
The
before it
way
went
he
in.
the way he shot it, it had so much art and it was going up. You were like, oh, is this
He had to
going
shoot it. He
in?
had to
Is he
shoot it over
short?
Joel Embiid. I remember
Yes.
that.
I just shoot
Yeah.
over Joel Embiid. Rattle, bounced around, rattle in, high up. Everybody on the court was looking like leaning down, trying to see the shot go in. Like one of the craziest shots, and it low key prematurely ended the process in 76ers when they had Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid on that team. Because at that next year they went to the COVID, and remember like in the playoffs they had went to the playoffs, and it was one of those plays where Ben Simmons went to the hole and he should have laid it up or dunked it, but
Yeah.
he
And
was
he
so
passed
scared
it. He
he passed
passed
it.
it. How you do that at 6'11" though? 7 feet. Like what makes you pass the ball when you there? Like you right there at the rim. You supposed to dunk. You supposed to punch that boy into the rim and get your 2 points in a foul. And he passed it out. And then
Actually,
from there it was downhill after that.
after that shot where he passed it up reminded me when Brady, because this being Brady talked about when Ben Simmons was in just got in the league, he was like he was not a big fan of Ben Simmons. He's like, I don't think he got it. I don't think he got that heart in him, that dog in him. I'm like,
Mm,
what? I'm like, he cold from LSU, like big 7 foot almost point guard. He can dish it out, can play some defense.
mm.
And I wasn't trying to hear it, but when that happened, I was like, I see what he's talking about now. He don't got that heart in him like that dog in him to like make that layup or finish it off. Like he was just so I'm trying to push, give to my guys. I'm like, bro, this team goes further when you actually are aggressive. But that helped that low key led to the because that was a second round and that led to the Raptors going to the Eastern Conference Finals and then the finals to beat the Warriors to win the championship, their first championship with Kawhi Leonard. So not only that, the Kawhi Leonard shot was it kind of ended the 76ers. It led them to the Eastern Conference Finals and led them to their first championship. That holds a lot of weight on that shot. It was a I ain't gonna say fluky shot for like it was bouncing around. You had to wait dramatically. Like it felt like forever waiting for that ball to go in.
It did, but Kawhi Leonard also got them big ass hands too. So
Exactly.
with the whatever spin he put on that motherfucker, man, he launched that bitch up there and said, "Huh, go ahead, kiss this guy, make it
Yeah.
look good for me." And
And
that
then
shit did.
I was gonna put it as an honorable mention, but it's not an honorable mention for sure. It's a real shot.
Who is it?
Ray Allen's shot against the Spurs when he was with the Miami Heat in that corner
Oh,
for the
Ray from the
championship
corner.
for the
Jesus
second.
Shuttlesworth.
I want to say for the second championship. Yeah, Jesus Sutherland when he left
Mm,
Boston, go to Miami. But let's recall it. Remember, LeBron missed the shot. He think he Kobe, he think he Jordan, think he finna
had to
get
get
his.
the rebound and kick it to the
He
corner.
think Chris Bosh got the rebound, one of the best rebounds because like low key the way he was being like boxed out and pushed around. He jumped over two men, grabbed that mob, and was alert enough to pass it to Ray Allen in the corner. Ray Allen, one of the
And
best shooters in the world.
They say Ray Allen practices that.
He's straight. He was inside the 3 point line. He
They
stepped
say
back without
they
even
say
looking.
they say he practices running and stepping back
Yeah,
like that and
like
getting
running to that
yeah,
spot
running to that spot and getting on
without
his
just
tippy
having to look
toes.
back and then
Yeah,
like
and
he
just shooting.
and that spot in that corner, that 3 pointer, you got
There's
a
not a
little bit of
lot.
room.
There's not a lot over there.
And
And I've been saying NBA, expand that. Get them 2 more feet over there in that corner, man, so them guys can get their boogie woogie on. That 1 and 2 over there in that corner, man. There ain't enough space over there. NBA. What's the brother name? The not the GM. What's his name?
Adam Silver.
Silver. Adam Silver, man. Get them 2 feet on each side. Give them 2 feet, man, so they can, get them some space so they can get play some ball over there in that corner, man. It's too small over there in that corner for them to really do anything. You know what I'm saying? Give them a couple of feet over there. Give them a couple more feet. And you get the chance to push them chairs back, man. Maybe I don't know. I don't think they're gonna. I just thought about they ain't gonna do that, man. You gonna take chairs off the you may take seats away from these guys. You know what I'm saying? I don't know if they're gonna do something like that, but maybe in the future something like that they should work on doing that. I think it should be more space over there in the corner, man. It's just too tight. Like you catching the ball and you basically like trying to figure out something to do, And you got guys now that's gonna be 7 foot shooters in the league. They need some space over there too to operate.
Yeah, them of us got size, 17, 16 feet
22.
more.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think like I never seen this many like calls on like the baseline sideline that the referee would call like them out. Like the last 5, 10 years, I've been seeing so many calls. I ain't
It's
never
a
seen
lot of
that
calls
much.
because you basically getting guarded by the baseline and the person that's fronting you, right? So you got
Hmm.
me guarding you, and then you got the baseline. The baseline is like a defender as well. Like that's what I was told growing up. The baseline is like a defender because if you make one false step, excuse me, you out of bounds, and I think they should give them more space with it. I think they should give them 2 more feet on both sides
Yeah, so that's the corner that three in the corner.
because it's crazy when you think about that. You can pull from 35 to 38 feet up top, but over in the corner you only got what 23 to 25 or whatever it is. Like that ain't
Hmm.
that's not a lot.
Yeah, being the corner guy sucks. So hopefully you got a burner. But
Hmm.
that three, one of Miami Heat, their third championship, second of back to back. It saved LeBron's legacy because if LeBron missed that shot, and they don't get that rebound. You talking about what? He has 3 championships now.
It would have been 3 out of 10.
So
It would have been
like
three out of
that
10.
helped, and that gave Ray his second one, I believe. Because I don't think he was there for the first one with Miami. It could be.
Because
Nah,
he was with Boston.
yeah. So and then change the course of that right there. So those one, two, three, four, five, six. So yeah, those 6 shots. Give me what was the most craziest shot and what was the most favorite. Should we include the Jordan one or not?
You the one who said it. You named it. You named it.
I feel like when you talk about these shots, you gotta have it in there. But let's put that Jordan one to the side because I for Chicago what I
So you
know.
the one naming them, but you
But
can
since
put
we
that
get
one to the side. You can put that one to the
that one to the
side.
side,
You can put that one to the side because there's one in there that I think is better than that one. But
yeah, I agree. I was gonna say my favorite is like that was like that Jordan's last shot almost missed that mark. It was a great way to walk off, career wise. But between Dame's three on the Thunder, Steph three on the OKC, Kawhi on the Sixers in the corner, Kyrie's game winner over Steph for Game 7, and Ray Allen's. Which one's your favorite, and which one's the craziest shot? Which one's the craziest shot?
the craziest one is Steph when he pulled up from about 38 feet. That's the craziest one.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that one. Like I was just like the way the game was going. I'm like, oh, I'm thinking he's gonna try to take off, go to the hole. I agree with that. Do you have
I
a favorite?
think
Is that your
so.
favorite
I
one?
think my favorite would be two of them. The one I just said, right, the aforementioned one, and then the one when Kyrie J's Steph Curry right in the face. And he jade him, and won a game to get a game. Was it game 2? They needed
Yeah.
a game, yeah, to get another game
Game
and,
seven.
and go back to Cleveland. I think they went back to
No,
Cleveland.
that was Game 7 actually. My bad. I was
That was
thinking
game 7.
that what made that game so good. Like it was a
That
Game
was game
Seven winner.
seven.
Yeah, that was the championship. Like winner
Damn,
go
good job,
home. Like
Kyrie. Good job. I forgot. All right.
Yeah,
Oh, you're right, because of the block.
yeah. So that was a do or die moment right there.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah,
yeah, the craziest one is Steph to me. Probably my favorite one though was Dame because that was one that game was a little heated too, where like between him and Russ and PG, they was all talking shit to each other that game,
they was. They was.
talking shit.
I think the one that was really talking the most ish is Russ though, because Russ is always his
Oh,
motor is
yeah,
always
he
running.
was getting he was at Dame head, but it was one of those like you didn't see come in like you didn't think he's gonna put it from that deep, like you just like just rocking it,
Mm-hmm.
gonna take his time,
Mm-hmm.
kind of like what Steph like you thought he was gonna like go a little bit after some point,
Mm-hmm.
like he like nah I got this. What made it so cold to me is that it was that deep on Paul George.
Oh yeah.
And he sent them packing. Like he sent out of the playoffs. Even though Kyrie won, they won a championship.
Yep.
He's like, all right, I'm out, go on, get up out of here, and just how the whole reaction, how everybody jumped on
And
the
then
man.
that was the same year that LeBron was saying, "Yo, I want him to stay here, and I want him to be a part of this, and I want him to know that the team gonna be his. Like I'm trying to get out his way. You know what I mean?" But Kyrie wasn't trying to hear that. Kyrie said, "I'm going to Boston."
Yeah, which that was a bad move. You live and learn.
You live and learn, brother. You live and learn, because he put himself in a crazy situation after that. Then it was just team after team after that. So yeah.
Yeah, it's a crazy shot.
And
Yeah,
I thought, to be honest, I thought Kyrie was gonna take the time to reunite with him when he went to the Lakers, but that didn't work either. So
yeah, it is what it is.
yeah,
But
yeah.
this is the only championship he got with LeBron. But
Yeah, that is, you
ranking
right.
it
That's it.
wise on some personal like I'm trying to be unbiased, but like Jordan, Steph, Dame. No. Jordan, Steph, Kyrie, Dame, Kawhi, Ray. But
Okay.
craziest Steph, Dame, Kyrie because of the game. Nah,
I'm not gonna
Jordan.
rate him. I'm not gonna rate him. I'm not gonna rate him. I'm not gonna rate
Oh,
him. I'm just say the craziest one I saw was from 35 to 38 feet. Step pull up right in their face, jade them, huh, and like hurt them. And then the next one, yeah, just that Kyrie just dribbling, like just lulling them to sleep, like I'm about to cook you, right? And, he just jade him right in the face, huh.
yeah. So yeah. Shout out to those some of the best shots I've seen in NBA history and
Shout
throughout
out
the
to them
out
shooters.
of
It's the difference between shooters and scores. Shout out to the shooters, the pure shooters, and shout out to the pure scores. If you know the difference,
Right. That's
if
some
you
real
know the
shooters out here.
difference, that's on you. Maybe I don't know the difference, but shout out to shout out to the pure shooters and shout out to the pure scorers. Yeah.
But that's it for me, man. That was straight NBA out right there, but with a little bit of NFL. But hope people
I
vote
salute that
for
one. I salute that one.
shout out to D Wade and Mike, Kawhi, Kyrie, Steph, Dame. Y'all gave us some great shots, some great games. Not
Salute to
gonna
Paul
be
Pierce, man. The truth.
the truth. Yeah,
Hey, he got one when
he got some. Yeah, he got some
When
shots.
he Jay Al Harrington right in the face. He said I'm about to hit this one right in your eye. As soon as we hit this
Yep.
was it 2 seconds with that, I'm gonna J you right in the eye. And he's just bending down. He's like, "You ready? You ready? Here it come, right here." Gave it to him right in the face. Jade him.
Got your goof eye.
That's it. We good?
Yep.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, welcome. We thank you for joining us.
Oh,
Well,
forgot
yeah,
about
I was about to start another episode.
that.
We thank you for joining us for this episode of Sports Punch. This was strictly NBA. Keep too tall. You got anything before we get up out of here?
Ball till you fall.
Hard talent beats. What is that? What is that? Hard work beats talent when talent refuses to work hard. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy your night. Have a good one. We out of here.